Welcome back after the break. So now we are done with configuring these PCs. So let's let's do this assigning work. Let's start with fast Ethernet 01 INTFA01. This is for VLAN 2. Uh, Switch port mode access VLAN 2. That is yes. And then FA02 switch port access VLAN 2. This is to ensure that all these PCs, 4 PCs under IT department will be under the same VLAN. So FA fast Ethernet 02 port access VLAN 2. Then internet fast Ethernet 03 switch port access VLAN 2. 01 02 03 and now 04 fast Ethernet 04 switch port access VLAN 2. This is for VLAN 2. We are done with VLAN 2. Now VLAN 3. VLAN 3 is cells. Okay, INTFA 01 02 03 04. Now INTFA 05 switch port access VLAN 3 06 switch port access VLAN 3. Then INTFA 07. There are 4 PCs. Switch port access VLAN 3 again. Something wrong, the spelling went wrong. Access VLAN 3. And then comes INTFA 08 switch port access VLAN 3. So we are done with this VLAN 3 also, that is the sales department. What we have done is put the PC4 to PC8, PC7 under VLAN 3. Then exit. Then comes what? VLAN 4. VLAN 4. We have done up till FA08. INTFA09 switch port access. What will be the VLAN? VLAN 4. Then INTFA internet fast Ethernet 010. That is switch port access VLAN 4. INTFA 011 switch access VLAN 4 again. And then INTFA 012 switch port access VLAN 4. So now the last configuration part remains, that is the configuration of the computers under the headquarters department. Let's exit intfa. What we'll do is 0 13, that will be switch port access VLAN 5 intfa 014 switch port access VLAN 5 intfa 015 switch port access VLAN 5. Then the last one intfa internet fast ethernet 0 16 port access VLAN 5. So we are done with this configuring the VLANs. What we will do next is save all these changes that we have made. What we'll do is exit ex, then copy running config, start up config. No, we need to exit one more time. Copy running config, start up config. Okay. We can just check the VLAN table, this which computer is under which VLAN, through this command. What is the command? Okay, so VLAN brief. The IT is FA01, FA02, FA03 and FA04. Similarly cells, fast ethernet 05, 06, 07, 08, and then R&D is 9, FA09, 0/9, FA/10, FA/11, FA/12, and then HQ, the headquarters is fast ethernet 013, 14, 15 and 16. So this is it. Now what we'll do is we'll try to just we'll check whether communication takes place between one department and the other. We'll check whether the data packets, whether the packets sent from one department are received by the other department. If that happens, then our network has failed. But if this communication is restricted within PCs of one department, say if we are sending PC communication from one terminal in the IT department to the other, and if that is successful, then we have successfully established this VLAN network. So let's try sending packets from the IT department to R&D. It has failed. That's a good indication that this network, this indicates that we are at least partially successful. Let's try to send packets from PC2 of the ID department to PC12 of the headquarters. It has failed. That's a great indication uh, that this network is working. PC3 to PC3 of PC3 of this IT department to PC7 of the sales. Okay, it has failed. Now let's try sending packets from IT this PC0 to R&D PC9. PC9, it has failed. That means this communication has been restricted. This interdepartment communication has been restricted given the confidentiality of the information, that this is a secretive thing, that this is something of which this confidentiality should be maintained. That's why the communication between different departments has been restricted. So let's try to send packets from PC0 to PC3. It should be successful if we have configured this properly and it's successful. So now PC1 to say PC2. It's successful, I guess. Yes, it's successful. That makes me quite happy. uh, PC1 to now let's try the headquarters communication within the headquarters. PC12 of the headquarters tries to send some packets to PC15, some communication. It should succeed if we have configured properly. It is successful. Then PC14 to PC14 to PC13 of the headquarters, the most important department perhaps, the nerve center of a company. That's successful. That means this secretive communication, confidential communication channels are working properly. Now let's try one more important department, though all departments are equally important, R&D, PC8 to PC11. Let's see if it works. If the communication is successful, it's successful. PC8 to PC11, that is working. Then comes PC10 to PC9. Let's see if it works. Yes, it's working. That makes me a lot more happier. Uh, Now what else remains? That's about it, I guess. Let's ping to just check whether this is what 192.168.10.1 and this is 192.168.10.12. Let's ping to just check one more way of checking whether the communication is established or not. 192.168.10. This is 12. It should fail. Not received. Data not received, it should say. Timed out. Let's try to ping from, say, what I have done is I clicked on PC0, then I go to command prompt, and then what I do is this is what 192.168.10.1, and then this is 10.2, 10.3, and then 10.4. I'll just try to send packets to 192.168.10.4. The earlier communication we sent was unsuccessful. That means this network is, the VLAN is working, because we are not supposed to be able to send packets from one department to the other given the confidentiality of the information. So it's like uh, packets were received within from one terminal to the other within one department, that was the IT. We'll try some more. Let's try the headquarters. This is PC12. The IP address is 192.168.10.13, and we'll try sending packets to PC15, that is 192.168.10.16. It should be successful if our network is working. Ping. 192.168.10.16. Let's hope and pray that it succeeds. It is successful. So that means the network that we established is like working, it's up and running. With this, I just conclude this edition of Soft Tech. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like my channel, subscribe to it, and give your valuable comments, insightful comments, so that in coming days I can just your support will encourage me to just come up with more innovative packages in more innovative and more engaging ways. Thank you.